Hey, let's talk holiday open house. Regardless of how long you have been in Mary Kay, I think this is something amazing to do because it's just inviting. It is warm bodies being together, yet it's super laid back and chill, and people can come and go as they please. So, the first thing, you guys, that really is important is communication for your open house and really for anything in our business, okay? And so, what I mean by communication, one, you want to start with your list of people, whether you've been in Mary Kay 1 week or 10 years plus. You want to have a list and always be thinking, especially with an open house. Like I have invited everyone in my customer base, knowing that probably only 20% of them are going to show up. Now, if you're super close with everybody on your list, you might have way more, but you want to start with a list. And the reason being, for a lot of things. One, you want to know who you're talking to. Two, that's your list to follow up, because we know that fortune's in the follow up. And so you can have a head count, because there is something with a holiday open house. You don't have to have food, but I do like to have, just some drinks and like just little finger foods. Don't go anything overboard because people won't eat a bunch. But, again, it's just another added layer that they don't get to experience when they go into any other retail store normally. And so when you are having an open house, you want to think like a retailer, okay? So we'll get into that second, but first, you got to have your list. You guys have your list of people. And, something that we like to say a lot in Mary Kay is like, think if you were to have a wedding, you want that list big. Again, knowing that not everybody's going to show up. All right. So first and foremost, have your list. And you guys, I will just share my personal list with you this year. My daughter, she's in 2nd grade, and she wrote down all my names for me. Well, not all of these when she got mad at me. She got mad at me because I kind of wrote some of these because I was in a little bit of a hurry. But you guys, get your kids involved with your things too, depending on the age, because this counted as her handwriting for the day. So yes, I have just a big list here, and that way I know who I'm working with. But the other thing is with having a list is you want multiple forms of communication. So what I do, and even if you're like, I'm having my open house in 2 weeks, it's okay. I actually send postcards. Yes, postcards, because they're a lot cheaper. I think it's like 29 cents, this postcard stamp, maybe a little bit more now. Anyway, I send postcards to 100 people. Those are like my kind of more core people. And some of these women don't even have Facebook, or maybe they're just not real tech savvy. You guys, I still have people on my list, not still, but they don't even have a cell phone. They don't even have a cell phone. So that's why I say multiple forms of communication. So I send a postcard about a month out. I'm having mine November 6th. So I sent all my postcards out the first week in October. Yes, they already went out. Then that same week, I sent a mass email letting everybody know about it. Yay! Then I have a private Facebook group. Okay, so this is the third way now that I'm communicating. I have a private Facebook group that I posted in, and I created an event inside that group. Okay, then what I did inside that group, okay, that has the event, last week I sent, and this is something you might want to do once a week, I posted just a bunch of different pictures of really just different, how do I want to word this? Different gift sets. And I'm like, hey, I want your opinion. Everybody wants to give their opinion, right? And I'm like, hey, which ones do you like the best? And so people would comment. So it creates engagement. People that maybe didn't see that, it kind of sparks something in them, and it gives me a better idea on okay, what really should I have? Okay. And my goal is to post in there something about my open house every week. The week leading up to my open house, ramping it up. So that's 4 ways of communication kind of there. The other thing is text messaging or calling. That's 5 ways of communication, and doing a few of them multiple times. Because, and here's where I want you to think like that retailer again. You guys, I get emails from Kohl's at least twice a day, every single day. And guess what? I don't unsubscribe. Kohl's gets a decent amount of my money, and it doesn't annoy me. We have to think be that butterfly, not an annoying fly or yucky bug, but you want to be in front of them in a nice way, because guess what? We are competing with a bunch of different retailers. We have to stand out. So that's why I think the food and drink's nice. Also, they get you with every product purchase, okay? So just be thinking of those things. So there's your communication. List multiple forms of communication, multiple different times, all right? So there's that. Next is that thinking like a retailer. And what I mean by that is having products out so they can see them. I know some of you may have inventory, some of you may not, but maybe these are just some things I might show you that you could purchase ahead of time. That way they're grab and go. People like love the grab and go, you guys. And you can also offer free wrapping. So just some little tips. You want to think like if your goal is to sell like $500, okay, let's just say your goal is $500, you maybe want to spend between 5 and 10% of your total sales goal. You might want to spend 5 to 10% of your total sales goal on gifting items. And what I mean by that is bags, packaging, things like that. Don't spend a ton because, girl, you can start spending over and over. You get on Amazon or something, you're like, oh, that's cute, that's cute. No. Streamline it, streamline it. Okay, if your goal is 500, maximum is 50. Let's say $50 is all you're spending on all of this, okay? The other thing is and with that, you can kind of tweak your prices, all right? So let me just show you guys some things that I just love to have on hand with almost all of my orders in general. This is whether I'm having, a holiday open house or not, is Mary Kay, they have the great bags that we can get on section 2. And I've used those in the past, I still do. But there's something about like just a brown paper bag with some tissue paper that elevates it a little bit. And I got, I think 100, these are the smaller bags. I'm not sure exactly the size, but it actually fits a good amount. A plain paper bag, plain light pink wrapping paper, and then I've got a bunch of these stickers says thank you for supporting my small business, and I stick them on the bags, and I can't tell you how many people are like, oh my gosh, thank you so much when I go and drop off their products, because it just elevates it. I live here in Troy, Ohio, and we have a lot of kind of boutiques down in our little old school circle. They do this. There's something about going to shop there compared to just some plastic bag that you get wherever, at a department store. There is something elevated about this. And so again, think about how you're packaging, because that makes an impression. Okay, so packaging for one. Second thing that I get at, and again, you can order that on Amazon. I go to the Dollar Tree, you guys, and I get a lot of this crinkle paper, because once you fluff it up, it goes a long way. Whether you're gonna ship something or you're gonna put it in a bag like this, crinkle paper is great. I like to get this neutral color, I don't know. I think it's just, I like it. I like it. The other thing that I'm doing for the holidays, so back to your holiday open house, is when you are thinking about sets that are kind of grab and go, you want to think in a price point probably between $20 and $25, because that is probably a lot of people's price points, and it's something that people could get multiple of. So these are some ideas that I stole from another sales director. You guys, why reinvent the wheel? Tweak it to fit you. I ordered these boxes that are super cute. I think it was a 30 pack. Yes, a 30 pack on Amazon, and I can give you these specs if you need them. I think it was $10 for 30 of them. So it's 30 cents a box. But look how cute it is. And then what I did is I took a charcoal mask out of the box, and then I ordered I believe this is 30 or something, or 20 maybe, I don't know, of just dark plain colored washcloths, which I think again were like $10 maybe. And then I ordered some, they're not in yet, but some great little headbands. This is just one of our Mary Kay ones. Wrap it around this box, and then you can put some fun, like, I don't know. This one's kind of big for it, but like, how cute is that? And if you want to increase the price to like 30 to cover all your expenses, great. But if you still kept this price at 25 just to cover the charcoal mask, you're maybe all in with the box, this extra, and another one of these for $2. Like, that's it. But to sell, I mean, couldn't you see how somebody could come in and be like, oh my gosh, I have 3 sisters I need to buy for, or I have Secret Santa at work. These are great, grab and go, they're out the door. How cute. Okay, so there's one. I mean, you guys know our masking minis, that's another thing. So just be thinking like, okay, thinking like that retailer, what between $20, $25 could I have some multiples of and sell? And even if you didn't sell it at your holiday open house, what could you give to someone this Christmas in that price range through your Mary Kay business? Okay, so lots of ideas that are spinning. The other thing is, for your open house, something that you could do is you could say, hey, when you RSVP by this date, get a free gift upon arrival. Or bring a friend and you'll receive a $5 coupon. So a way to build your business, but it's all coming through the holiday open house. Could you get excited. And just some perspectives too. So this is my 14th holiday open house. Okay. I started it from day one, and I haven't even been in the business quite 14 years, but when I came in 14 years. Okay. I at least have about 15 people. That's a minimum 15 people that show up. And I have sold at least $1,000. And I also do a discount at my holiday open house. So you don't have to do that. But again, you guys, how would you like to walk away? And let's just say with my discount, let's just say I only made 30% instead of 50. I mean, just to walk away with an extra $300 in profit to make those connections. And it's so fun. The other thing with a holiday open house, you guys, is thinking about the time frame. I used to do them like 4-hour time frames. I ain't waiting that long. 2 hours. I do them on Sundays from 1 to 3 because people are usually done with church. It's still football season, but most women don't really care too much about football. And even if they do, they can pop over in between a halftime. If their NFL team is at a 1 o'clock, pop over at halftime and leave. That's the great thing about an open house. It's come and go as you please. There's no requirement. I even say, like, not that I want a bunch of kids, but I'm like, hey, some people are like, my husband's working. I'm like, hey, just bring them really quick. Like, no big deal at all. So just all these things that you can be thinking of. The other thing is, I do it at my house. Is my house perfect? No, I have 3 young kids, but guess what? There is something just inviting and warm, and I have more of an open concept here in my house. So the kitchen and the living room kind of flow, and I just have everything kind of there. I have my checkout here in my office with all the product back there. I also tell people that they can leave with everything. So just get excited about that. Like, what goal would you love to have for your open house as far as like how much income would you like to generate? And just set that goal, because that's going to motivate you. Okay, so I hope those tips help you guys. If you have any specific questions on like where to order things, or just I'm sure I probably left something out that I do, feel free to reach out. But here's to having a really great holiday open house and holiday selling season.